Welcome to the Quirk Inquiry, and today I'm going to share with you Bill Gates' habit of taking notes in a book's margin. Right? I have some notes in this book's margin. I've been actively implementing this technique for a while now, and the results have been pretty well. So let me build a case around it first. Why should we take notes around a book's margin? Shouldn't we just read the entire thing? Should we just not take notes? Should we just read the nonfiction book for the fun of it? Well, actually, you have to ask yourself, what's your purpose of reading that nonfiction book? What is your central theme when you engage in a piece of reading? What is your goal with your reading? Most likely, your goal with reading is not to memorize some random information, or that's fine. If you like technical books, if you like history books, memorizing information is fine. But when it comes down to personal development, any books that carry practical advice and wisdom, you really want this wisdom not just to stay as a piece of memory, but as a piece of long-term strategy and long-term trick in the bag, so to speak, that can transform you eventually, that can start to create ripple effect within your own life, that can actually start to percolate through your identity and can actually start to make some change happen. That's your main goal with reading any self-help or personal development books. It doesn't help to just know the facts. I should be waking up early. It doesn't help to just know it, but you actually have to feel it. You actually have to assimilate it fully. So how can we assimilate information more fully? How can we make this process more holistic? The technique that I'm gonna share with you is gonna do just that. So why are we taking notes in the margin of a book? Why don't we just take notes on a separate, on a separate computer? Although that could work, but why do I think it is best to take notes in the margin of a book? I've been experimenting around with this habit and it's been working phenomenally. So recently I've been reading this book called High Performance Habit. It contains a lot of practical exercise, contains a lot of prompts that you have to complete, contains a lot of homework and journaling in there as well. So I found myself to being kind of overwhelmed by the information. I couldn't really process it on time. If I read 2 chapters at a time, which is what I do usually, I found myself not being able to retain about 60% of it. I couldn't retain 60% of information presented to me in those 2 chapters. And then I watched a YouTube clip on YouTube. And it's about Bill Gates talking about how he takes notes in the margin of a book, and how that helps him to assimilate information into his brain better, how that attaches the memory hooks into his brain to make the information a part of him. So I thought that might be an interesting idea to try out. And recently on one of my psychology classes, we learned about maintenance rehearsal and elaborative rehearsal. Let me explain why it works on the psychological level. So you have 2 branches of rehearsal. First, you have the maintenance rehearsal, which is the memorization rehearsal, where you're repeating information to yourself over and over and over again. This is what tends to happen at school, right? You have to memorize stuff, you have to pass your test. If you don't memorize stuff, you don't pass your test. That's a simple rule. But with elaborative rehearsal, you're actually with elaborative rehearsal, you're actually attaching new pieces of information to your old memory hooks. So you can make no effort. You don't have to engage in any repetitive, you don't have to review anything. You don't have to read the paragraph over and over again. It just latches onto your memory hook and stays there permanently. It becomes a part of you, it becomes a part of your identity. And that really is what you want from reading, per se. That really is what you want. Learning the greatest lessons from these nonfiction books. That's what you want. You don't want to memorize it for memorization's sake. You want it so that they become a part of you. They can create positive changes within you. You want it so that they latches onto you and never let go. You want it as a piece of your web of knowledge, so to speak. You want to integrate it and piece it together into this giant referencing web so everything makes cohesive sense, right? You want that, not pure memorization. So what I found out is that taking notes in the margin of a book is the precise act of initiating the parts of your brain that's responsible for elaborative rehearsal. Because through taking short notes, and through underlying stuff, you're actively thinking about the book. You're not just reading it like a monkey. You're actively thinking about the book. At the same time, you are writing down your own little interpretations of the comments. So you're actively thinking, you're actively attaching memory hooks to the information presented, and you're actively learning instead of passively reading through the book, which is so much more useful than memorizing the entire book. It won't help you much. Attaching new information to your little memory hooks through elaborative rehearsal is what's going to make the difference. It's going to become a part of you. You don't even have to make any effort memorizing information. It just becomes a part of you. So that's why this technique works. It forces you to think, forces you to become focused about the book they're reading. Instead of passively reading this thing like a novel, you actually seek benefit out of it. You actually seek You actually seek positive changes from it, from attaching all these new concepts to your already existing memory hooks. So try this technique out. And of course, remember, this technique dovetails also very nicely with the common placebook technique, because if you think about this stuff, if you attach it to a memory hook, what's going to start to happen is that your diffused mind will start to connect the dots together. And then when there's an aha insight that comes up when you're thinking about the concepts, how they connect together, when that aha insight comes up, remember to document that insight inside your common placebook. And that is where the entire system works together to ensure that you learn the best throughout your journey of personal development. Robin here from The Quirky Inquiry, and I'll be signing off right now, and I hope you enjoyed the video.